All right, everybody, this is Twin Flame reading for the week. Let's see what's going on with the collective. I am going to look at the connection, what is happening with the connection. I will pull cards for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. I will pull cards for each zodiac sign in the extended so you can kind of see what's going on for you in particular. So let's get cracking. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing an astrology class. I've been talking a fair amount about the eclipse season that we're about to walk into, the Pluto movement of Pluto going direct in Capricorn this week. We just had it Mars squaring Pluto. So there's a lot to talk about, and I got a lot of questions about how does this impact me specifically. So that's the class I'm going to do on Tuesday evening. If you want to jump on, there's a link in the description box below. Bring your questions. All right, I'll show you how to figure out these transits and how they might impact you, okay? All right, what is up here? Crossing bridges. Been seeing a fair amount of this. Time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. This is wise leader. This is very leadership-oriented energy, Aries energy, and reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So there is, this morning, the morning message was very much about taking the high road. And it's like kind of literally like the high road. So there's something about, it's a time for mending and releasing things from a twin flame connection, the masculine and the feminine. The feminine is really rising right now. And so the feminine is also about nurturing and kindness and generosity. The high vibration of masculine is about trust and forbearance and being able to be a leader in a compassionate kind of way. And so when the feminine rises, I feel like the masculine also takes on, there's just this blending. So you could be watching this in terms of your own inner connection, your divine feminine, divine masculine. How are they working together? If I have been someone who's been much more masculine in the past, to sort of, you know, a lower vibration of masculine, which is like pushing the envelope or forcing things to happen or something, that's getting dialed way back in this energy. Despite the fact that Mars square Pluto is a very masculine kind of, it ain't broke, force it kind of feeling. But I'm feeling that those of us on the spiritual path or who are awake to these kinds of energies aren't really doing that as much. This year has been a real test of patience. Okay, it truly has. And I feel like a lot of you have come through this with a lot more maturity and a lot more awareness of what twin flame is for yourself. And, you know, just this sense of like, this is always with me. This is not something that will go away. So I don't have to rush toward it. I don't have to worry that it's going to, you know, break apart or it's not going to be like this spiritual connection between the two of you. This morning, I got the High Priestess and the Hermit, which is the very spiritual connection. If I get that again, I will call it out. So let's see what wants to show up here. This is for the collective. And then, like I said, I'll pull cards for all that other energy too. The Seven of Swords underneath, Two of Swords, right? We're not doing this. We're not trying to manipulate anybody. We're not doing any kind of behind the back stuff. Not doing it, not doing it. There is the Justice card. That's Libra. We are in eclipse season on the 14th of October. It's kind of like a tunnel or a portal. The October 14th solar eclipse and then the October 29th lunar eclipse. It's the beginning of chapters. It's the closing of chapters. So the beginning of chapters is happening with this new moon. And that's coming first before the closing of a chapter. So some of you may have this opportunity to begin the connection with a spiritual partner before there's other chapters closed. And we can look at that too. Yes, the manifestation here of Gemini, the Magician, absolutely the Cancerian energy, the Fool energy of moving forward, for sure, coming toward each other. There's a lot of that. So this might have been, if some of you have really resisted being in connection with your twin flame because of a third-party situation, I feel like you're about to get rewarded for that. And I feel like there's going to be some kind of renewal of a path, or renewal of some kind of vow between the two of you because of this showing such leadership, such a positive direction of leadership. And I also feel like it's given you a chance if you have resisted that in terms of like, no, I'm taking the high road here. There's something about like an internal integration, which is a reward in and of itself, reaching your destination. So there's something like that going on. The collective energy, Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, wish granted, Sun, look at that, Nine of Wands, King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the World, I'll walk you through all this, and the Queen of Cups. Interesting, Moon, Strength, and there's the High Priestess. Okay. Again, the Divine Feminine leading the way here. This is very feminine energy, all of this. The Moon and the High Priestess and the Strength card are really showing us that internal fortitude, putting time and effort into some kind of new venture. Creativity is really being born here with the collective, some new kind of creativity, some light energy between the divine partners is certainly possible. I feel like the work is being put into healing the past, okay? Healing the past pattern, healing whatever this has been. And look, another new breakthrough coming through. So the universe is saying, hey, your wish is granted. You don't need to rush toward it. That's a message for somebody. Somebody needed to hear that your wish has been granted as it relates to your twin flame. All right, I'm just putting that out there. So there's a beautiful energy of a closing of a chapter and an opening of the chapter. The Ace of Wands here, and then the closing of the chapter with the World card. I'm going to clarify each one of these because I do see the beginnings, the new beginnings of things, and then I see the ending. The beginning happens before the ending. So there's a new beginning with the twin flame connection before the ending of other things. Okay, so let me see. The endings, what are the endings? Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So the ending of a long-term situation for one of the partners or both of the partners, the ending of that, especially if it's been like a long time coming, that feels like there is an ending here. It also feels like there's an ending to any kind of sense of urgency that you feel if you don't go toward your twin flame that it's going to disappear. The ending of that kind of urgency. There's sort of like a patience, a waiting, all right, a waiting for things to come together in the right time. Okay, and the new beginning here, the new beginning, Death, Scorpio time, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Tower. Very sudden, very sudden. Six of Wands, Hierophant. Yes, going into some kind of commitment. This is for the collective. There is going to be some kind of sudden I get this lurching toward the commitment of being together. The divine feminine needs to rise first. There's something about balancing the masculine here is really important. So much Knight of Wands and Eight of Wands is a lot of masculine energy here. And I just feel like that has run its course. Too much masculine energy on both sides has run its course. So also these ideas, this thing that's the new beginning here is also feminine, very feminine, pentacly, right? Pentacly and Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles, the very feminine energy of trust, no, the very feminine energy of nurturance to each other. All right. And then that Tower energy. So it does feel to me what Pluto is going direct this week on the 10th. And so that is going to bring in this energy, Pluto direct in Capricorn, of any kind of traditional system that is in the way of this divine partnership or is in the way of the healing of the feminine coming into this union. Anything that stands in the way of that might get blown apart. Okay, we have the Death and the Tower card here. there can be some kind of financial reason that this has gone on too long, some kind of stability reason, right? We have Taurus here, some kind of stability reason. So I want to just say this to you that in the we have the eclipse season starting on the 14th, and the thing that is interesting to me about eclipse season is about the expansion of the energy. There's no doubt about that. But especially with the new moon in Libra. Libra is all about balance, right? Masculine and feminine balance. And if there are things out of balance here, if there's this more masculine dynamic, that's the thing that's needing to be mitigated. 9 of Cups and the Sun card. It's sort of like wait your turn. Wait for the energy. Wait for it. Okay, wait for it. The masculine energy of pushing things, I feel like that gets this 5 of Pentacles. So there's a sense of like, if you push too hard on anything, that's really not what's being asked of you. What's being asked of you is slow and steady wins the race a little bit here. I like the healing. I like the Page of Cups. I think there is going to be some kind of little glimmer of love or awareness of like, we're going to be together kind of thing. Some kind of message that is sent that is like, okay, I've still got to deal with a lot of things. I've got to close up a chapter before I can begin a new chapter. But the new chapter is effectively begun because there's a sense of like, yes, I've made a decision to go in that direction. Yes, I have. So why is the 9 of Wands here? It could be that there's like unfinished business. Okay, unfinished business here. Hermit. I'm going to hold that up. Hermit, Page of Wands, the 7 of Cups, definitely unfinished business here. Okay, and this is sort of like a transmuting of energy. So all of these old habits and patterns are being, for one or the other of you, for the masculine or the feminine, one or the other of you, or both of you, if you're talking about an internal thing, you're finally seeing the things that need healing. In order for love to blossom, in order for dynamic masculine, feminine energy to happen, there needs to be healing. There definitely needs to be healing. It can't happen any other way. So there's just this real, all this is feminine. This is feminine. There's a closing out of the masculine. This is in the past, the King of Swords, about like, we went through a whole period this year about saying truth, speaking truth, truth coming out, the truth is here, all of that kind of stuff. Now this is about how to go forward, how to start how you want it to be. Start from a place of integrity. Start from a place of what you want to continue. And earlier this year, we did have Pluto ingressing into Aquarius for just a hot minute. It was like March, April, May, or something like that. There was about 90 days, maybe less than 90 days. And if you journal, I want you to go back and look at that and see what was going on during that time. Was this a time of renewal? This is a time of new beginnings. I'm guessing that a lot of you had some kind of like little false start this year. False starts lead to an awareness of what really wants to show up. Okay, what really wants to show up. And that's a new beginning, right? Ace of Pentacles, that's a new beginning. We don't even know really what this is going to be yet, because we can't see really through that door yet. We don't really know, but we know that we're coming to a close in one of the chapters of our story together. And the new moon in Libra is being pointed at by 2 other planets. So it's called a Yod, and it's a very dynamic, it's called the finger of God. It's like, this is the karma that has to happen. This is the thing that has to happen. And it's in Libra. So balance must happen. It's like the morning message was about taking the high road. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, is taking the high road. That's showing up again. So if you didn't watch the morning message, you might want to watch that, because it was very much about that. And what a Yod is, it's like these 2 other planets that are 60 degrees apart are kind of conspiring to point towards this new beginning or this new way forward. One of them is Neptune, which is very dreamy and romantic. The other is Uranus, which rules Aquarius, which is pretty much the opposite, right? Aquarius is very much, and Uranus is very much like innovation and change, a dynamic, a movement forward, a very masculine energy. Neptune is just gonna chill, man. Don't bother me. So these two are trying to like balance each other. The masculine and feminine are balancing each other and pointing towards a new direction of Libra. Libra is about we. Okay? The opposite energy is me. So we are, with that new moon in Libra, that is the new beginning. There's South Node over there. So we have, not that close though, we have, this new moon is like 21 degrees Libra. The South Node is like 27 degrees. So it's pretty far apart. It's pretty far apart. Like the North Node and South Node are the things that are activating the Plutonic energy. Pluto's 27 degrees. North and South nodes are 27 degrees. So that is a dynamic energy where Pluto and the North Node and South Node, it's like a karmic reckoning of time. But this new beginning, it's sort of like those things are kind of like witnessing this dynamic energy of the new beginning. So all of those things can wait, like the karmic path that you two will walk, or that you will walk as an integrated masculine feminine, that you will walk, the change and transformation as we go forward into the age of Aquarius. Like all of those things are kind of watching as masculine and feminine kind of wrestle with what is the new energy going forward? What is the new thing? And it is a very integrated, very kind of sweet and loving, and also fun. There's like fun here. It's joy, it's happiness. It's not so fraught with like lessons and problems and stuff like that, like the past. It's almost like you two have learned the lesson. You've learned the lesson. And now you can, whatever lessons you have in your own connection, you've learned them. And that is one of those like kind of cosmic, karmic jumping off points that are really, really powerful. So anything for the divine feminine, I'm just going to give a little bit of sense of where the divine feminine is. I'll go deeper into this in the extended. Where's the divine feminine right now? Devil energy, 5 of Swords. There's the Justice card again. Balance, Tower, 10 of Wands. The feminine energy really needs to we're still in this place of, why can't it be the way I want it to be right this minute? And I do feel like it's almost like you might get what you wish for. And if this masculine is not balanced yet, then you're going to have more bouncing off. So you might as well just wait. All right. You might as well just give it a chance to balance itself out. Like, let's not push so hard for something that really needs its time. It's going to take its time to get where it wants to go. 2024 and forward, I feel like we're off to the races. But right now, there's a sense of the high road will be the better choice. And there's still some healing that the feminine needs to do, balancing around codependency and too much masculine energy within the feminine. The feminine really needs to, move more into their feminine energy of balance. Okay. So that's what's happening with the feminine. I'll go deeper into that in the extended. What's happening with the masculine right now? 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So the feminine, it looks like the feminine, it might be struggling more with getting out of old patterns. And that might be the thing that kind of is the noise right now, is that the feminine, I think the feminine needs to trust feminine energy more than action, right? The feminine needs to attract and allow, and it starts with desire, deep desire. The feminine needs to reclaim that a little bit. I feel like the masculine is kind of waiting for that. 2 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. I feel like the masculine is waiting for the feminine to reclaim her desire, reclaim the desire, and instead of focusing on what's missing or what's not here, really get back into the energy of desire. Okay, so we're going to go deeper into these readings. I will pull cards for each zodiac sign for a little bit of advice for you. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.